convert the equation from parametric form to rectangular form. So now you will see an equation, x and y, in terms of cosine and sine. Then we're going to always use the identity cosine squared t plus sine square of t equals to 1. So here, what we're going to do is first solve for t. So from x equals to 3, cosine of t, divide by 3 from both sides. So I get cosine of t equals to x over 3. And from y equals to 3, sine of t, I divide by 3 from both sides. So I get sine of t equals to y over 3. Different than the other equations, we are not solving for t, but we are solving for the trig function of the t. Then we can use the cosine square t plus sine squared t equals to 1, the Pythagorean identity. So cosine squared t is x over 3 squared plus y over 3 squared equals to 1. So when you simplify this or distribute your squares, you get x squared over 9 plus y squared over 9 equals to 1. And since you have the same denominators, you can multiply by 9 to all 3 terms to get x squared plus y squared equals to 9, which is the equation of the circle. So if you were to describe the graph, it's a circle at center 0, 0, because x didn't get subtracted by any number, y is by itself too, with radius of, this is r squared, so it is 3. So it's a circle, here is 0, and the radius of 3. Well, how it looks like. Number 2. Now, if you have a secant and tangent, now we're going to use the identity secant squared t minus tangent squared t equals to 1. So again, solve for secant of t from x equals to 2, secant of t plus 1. So I move 1 first. So I get x minus 1 equals to 2, secant of t, and then divide by 2 from both sides. So I get secant of t equals to x minus 1 over 2. From the y equation, I have 2 tangent of t minus 2. So add 2 first. So I get y plus 2 equals to 2 tangent of t. So now I divide by 2. So tangent, this is 2. Tangent of t equals to y plus 2 over 2. So now having secant of t and tangent of t, we can plug into this identity. So I have x minus 1 over 2 squared minus tangent of t is y plus 2 over 2 squared equals to 1. So when you distribute the 2, I get x minus 1 squared over 2 squared is 4 minus y plus 2. We are not going to FOIL it because the hyperbola has an equation in this format. Square over 4 equals to 1. So whenever you have the minus of x squared and y squared, it becomes a hyperbola. And if you have x first as a positive term, you see how this becomes minus? That's the way the hyperbola will open. So hyperbola opening x-axis, so it will look something like that. Opening horizontal. If you have x first, it opens left and right. Because how I remember is, x looks something like this, right? Putting 2 hyperbolas together. So that's when you see x first. Y, if you see y first here, then you see like y, top of y looks like that. So hyperbola opens top and bottom, up and down.